My grandfather passed away. He didn't leave a mansion or a fleet of cars. He left a small, dusty farmhouse and a single shelf of old books. My cousins, who always looked down on his simple life, rushed into the house like scavengers. They grabbed his antique clock, his silver coins, and even the hand-knitted blankets my grandmother had made. When they were finished, they pointed to a large, worn-out Bible sitting on a bedside table. "You can have that, Emily," my cousin Mark laughed. "Maybe you can pray for a better life since you didn't get a cent of the real money." I took the Bible gently. It was heavy, with a cracked leather cover and pages that smelled like dry cedar and old memories. I didn't care about the money, I just wanted the book that my grandfather had read every single morning of his life. To me, it was the most precious thing in the house. But when I got home and opened it to the very first page, a small handwritten note fell out. It said, "For the one who seeks the word, the reward is hidden within. Look where the light meets the darkness." I didn't understand what he meant until I reached the middle of the book. I noticed that several pages were stuck together, but not by age or moisture. Someone had carefully glued the edges. Using a small knife, I separated the pages and my heart nearly stopped. Tucked inside a hollowed-out section of the Bible was a series of certificates for shares in a small technology company from the 1980s. My grandfather had bought them for a few $100s and completely forgotten they existed. Or so I thought. But as I looked closer at the dates, I realized he hadn't forgotten. He had been adding to the collection for decades. I took the certificates to a financial advisor the next day, and he stared at the papers for a long time before looking up at me with wide eyes. "Do you realize what you have here?" he whispered. "This company was bought out by one of the largest tech giants in the world. These shares, with all the dividends reinvested, are now worth nearly $3 million. But the biggest surprise was yet to come. On the last page of the Bible, my grandfather had written a final message. I watched my family grow greedy and cold. I knew they would fight over my silver and my gold. So I hid my true blessing in the only place I knew they would never look, inside the Holy Word. To my Emily, you chose the faith and now you have the fortune. Use it to do the good that others have forgotten." When my cousins heard the news, they filed a lawsuit, claiming the Bible was part of the estate and should be shared. But the judge, a stern man who valued character, read my grandfather's handwritten note aloud in court. He looked at my cousins and said, "You chose the silver and you received it. She chose the spirit and she earned the reward. Case dismissed." We live in a world where everyone is chasing the next big thing, the newest gadget, and the fastest way to get rich. We often ignore the old and the humble because they don't shine. But the greatest treasures in life aren't found in a bank vault or a shiny car. They are found in the wisdom of our elders and the quiet strength of our faith. True wealth isn't what you have in your pockets, it's what you have in your soul. If you believe that faith always leads to the right path, leave a Bible emoji open book in the comments. Let's show the world that some things are worth more than gold. God bless you for watching.